Did you know that in 2023, FinCen processed over 3.6 million suspicious activity reports? But what exactly does this organization do with such massive amounts of financial data? In today's video, we're going to explain the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, its pivotal role in combating financial crimes. So, let's get started. What is FinCen? FinCen, or the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, is a bureau of the U.S. Department of Treasury. Established in 1990, it serves as the National Center for Receiving, Analyzing, and Disseminating Financial Transactions and Suspicious Activities Information. Now, what are the goals and objectives of FinCen? At its core, FinCen's mission is to safeguard the financial system from illicit use, combat money laundering, and promote national security through the collection, analysis, and dissemination of financial intelligence. It aims to prevent and punish financial crimes like money laundering and terrorist financing. Let us see how FinCen is managed and who are the key players involved. 1. Administration. FinCen is part of the U.S. Department of Treasury. This means it's a government bureau and plays a big role in the country's financial system. Its job is to make sure the rules about money and finance are followed to prevent crimes like money laundering. 2. Major players. There are three main groups that work closely with FinCen. First, we have law enforcement agencies. These are the police and other groups who catch criminals. They use FinCen's information to track down people who might be using money illegally. Second, there's the regulatory community. These are the people who make the rules about money and finance. FinCen helps them make sure everyone is playing by the rules. Finally, we have the financial services community. This includes banks and other companies that deal with money. They work with FinCen to report any strange or suspicious money activities. What are the operations and functions of FinCen? First up, FinCen keeps an eye on financial activities. Imagine it like a detective who watches over banks and other places where money moves around. It looks for any strange or suspicious activities, like large amounts of money being moved in unusual ways. This helps them spot potential crimes like money laundering or funding for bad activities. FinCen also plays well with others internationally. It's part of a group called the Egmont Group, which is like a big team of financial detectives from different countries. They share information with each other to catch criminals who operate across borders. Lastly, FinCen has the job of making sure rules about money are followed. It works under laws like the U.S. Patriot Act to keep an eye on financial transactions. This means FinCen makes sure banks and other financial companies follow the rules, like reporting when they see suspicious money movements. Impact and importance of FinCen. Now, let's talk about why FinCen is so important and the impact it has. Firstly, FinCen is like a big help to the police and other law enforcement groups. It collects a lot of information about money movements and shares this with them. This helps the police catch people who might be using money for bad things, like funding criminal activities or hiding stolen money. FinCen also plays a big role in making and enforcing rules about money. It helps create policies that keep our financial system safe and trustworthy. This means making sure banks and other financial institutions are honest and not being used for illegal activities. FinCen is super important because it helps keep our money safe. It makes sure that the financial system isn't used for crime and helps catch those who try to break the rules. What is FinCen's impact on businesses? Reporting and non-reporting. 1. Registration and reporting. Depending on the type of business you operate and the financial transactions you conduct, you may be required to register with FinCen and report certain transactions. This is particularly important for businesses that are considered financial institutions under the Bank Secrecy Act, BSA, such as banks, credit unions, money services businesses, and casinos. 2. Suspicious Activity Reporting, SAR. Business owners, particularly financial institutions, are required to file suspicious activity reports with FinCen if they suspect or have knowledge of transactions or activities that may indicate money laundering, fraud, or other financial crimes. SARs are a critical tool in identifying and investigating suspicious activities. 3. Currency transaction reporting. Businesses that deal with large amounts of cash are required to file currency transaction reports. for cash transactions exceeding a certain threshold, typically $10,000, within a single business day. This helps FinCen and law enforcement agencies track large cash movements, such as in the case of auto dealerships. And that wraps up our video on the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. We've explored its role, structure, operations, and the significant impact it has on protecting our financial system. If you found this video informative and helpful, please don't forget to hit the like button below. Your support means a lot. Also, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to stay updated with more content like this. Sharing this video with your friends and colleagues can help spread awareness about important topics like financial security. Got any thoughts or questions about today's topic? We'd love to hear from you, so feel free to drop a comment below.